That. Why do the weekends go so fucking quick?
I don't know, I feel like it's worse since we've started doing this on Sunday night.
Because you enjoy yourself too much, that's why.
Oh, because I'm looking forward to it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Why do the weekends go so fucking quick?
I don't know, I feel like it's worse since we've started doing this on Sunday night.
That's fucking awesome. The amount of like pollution I've got in this little section by itself, and it's barely even going anywhere because of the trees. That's awesome. Alright, so it's there. So if I cut a clear path all the way through, up some more there.
I swear we've got it set to max, don't we?
What's that to max?
How much pollution gets absorbed.
Mm, I don't think he actually changed that
Oh,
when he was
okay.
setting it up.
Alright.
Where's my power going? Still under. That's good.
Okay. Link,
Hey,
link up. There's a
Elf,
link.
did you
Yeah.
modify the pollution when you created this map, or did you not?
Yeah, I just arbitrarily moved some sliders around. Why?
I couldn't remember if you changed that.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't remember in what way.
Yeah.
Maybe I do like putting it so the trees do a bit more. So maybe I'll put that slider up.
Yeah. Greens are online. Pollution's about to drop through the wall.
You're just on a power saving rampage.
Well, if you can do it, why not? Cut my pollution down, save me getting close to the biters.
Does it cut your pollution down as well, does it? Is like pollution proportional to how much power you're using or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 60% less power.
Nice.
Trish swears she's on.
Swear I joined the channel.
Not like
Yeah,
that fake
Trish is on.
joining.
What are you talking
It's
about?
fake joining.
Alrighty. Cozy little group tonight, 3 people. So, welcome everybody to session 11 of Fallout.
To be confused with 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but 7-Eleven's got Slurpees and it's got Krispy
Oh,
Kremes.
I expect a Slurpee in this.
They just cost too much money. Can't afford them.
Sorry, keep going. I'll mute my microphone. Probably for the best.
So last session, we started with you fleeing the scene of a crime. You had brutally murdered 2 people at the end of the previous session. You grabbed what you could and drove off. After leaving that scene, briefly moving down the road and around the corner to get onto the highway, you were attacked by a larger camp of raiders that seemingly had an ambush position set up, presumably where they would ambush travelers and traders coming through to collect
No
what
one
they
even
could.
warmed us.
You experienced a few large explosions. Marvin almost got blown up by a mine, flipping his ute on its side. During the fighting, you crashed a truck, adding to your count of vehicular homicide and attempted homicide on another. And in that time, Hal did manage to reduce his luck down to 0. He became the, as he quoted, the unluckiest robot in the wastes. You then, through fire and brimstone, scorched your way through the raider camp, sacked it, and collected another truck. Made your way out onto the highway. On your way back, you found out that there was the sister settlement, the Ditch, that is situated further west of Abby's Chuckle Hut, closer to the city, had been attacked by super mutants. You saw the large plumes of smoke on the horizon for your drive back, so it was a big attack. You were notified by radio from base, Captain Lewis advising you to return as quickly as possible, which Hal then took as needing to drive at breakneck speed the entire way, fearing...
quickly as possible. I don't know how those words can be minced.
Yes, fearing for his life, Rotclaw did decide to leap from that said vehicle.
That was just stupid.
Don't trust that robot.
Onto Marvin's ute, which he then rode for the rest of the time back. Slowly, the others managed to catch up to the fleeing Hal. Abby finally learning how to drive a big truck. She knows how to drive small vehicles, not so much big trucks. This one was a little bit more kind than the first that was found. You made your way back just before nightfall, stopping at the settlement, getting a small amount of rest, and then proceeded to continue working with the supplies that you had salvaged across a week of backwards and forwards, collecting fuel, collecting metal, collecting large amounts of wood, So the settlement has grown. Over the last month and a half, you've managed to complete 3 new buildings. The barracks
Wow.
was completed, along with an accompanying watchtower. The hospital was also completed, making Dr. Bourne very happy, due to the fact that he can now actually have a stockpile of decent materials to be able to ply his craft,
I have a cupboard. Now the children will live.
essentially. One of the perks you've learnt from that is that each time you are leaving for a mission, you will be able to go to the hospital to collect a small go bag of bits and pieces that the soldiers have accumulated for the hospital to help you on your way. The barracks has allowed a larger contingent of military personnel to be stationed there. That means that during any fighting, you're a lot more likely to complete any defenses in favor of the Chuckle Hut, and therefore you are able to collect more materials and weapons, things like that, for your own personal use. Following that period of time, you awoke one morning having discussions with the soldiers over the breakfast table out in the yard, speaking to Major Irving. He advised that scouts had found a single howitzer that was just a couple of hours east of Abby's Chuckle Hut that could potentially be salvaged due to the fact that there was very few super mutants sighted at this location. However, he didn't have the resources to be able to dispatch anybody himself. So he's asked if your group could kindly do that, which you've accepted. You've made your way out there. You're currently about halfway. You've stopped at a military checkpoint where, between the efforts of Hal lying his ass off and Marvin reprogramming one of the robots, you've convinced the Protectrons that run this checkpoint that you are not only friendlies, but that you should be protected at all times. You've chosen to leave these Protectrons as guards, covering your exit, so to speak. And at this point, we come into the scene where we left off. Now, at the end of the last session, Rotclaw, you were wanting to search your vehicles. You were proceeding through with the ute, but you can stop and look around if you would like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go through the vehicles and see what we can find.
So what you see around you, you've got a full Humvee as one of the vehicles, and then 2 Jeeps in varying conditions.
What about the stuff underneath the tarp?
Yep. So you can see series of crates. If you can start the night off, let's make that one. Let's go perception plus repair. In this case, if you want to go through these, try to take some of the crates apart.
All right. I'll use action point.
Action point, yep.
Because I've only got perception. I've got no repair. That is 0 fails, 0 successes.
0
so-
successes, 0 fails. Okay.
Yeah, and one of them's critical fail.
So poking around in these crates, what's expected is that these were carrying mainly things like uniforms, clothing, rations being MREs that have long since expired and no longer edible, So one of the crates that you open up is essentially packets of black mush.
Nice.
Nothing that even you would consider edible in here.
Wow. Wow. I don't know about that.
I'd like to pick up those packets of black mush, please.
Sure. Now you've got, let's say, half a dozen crates of them. How much are you going to attempt to carry? What are you thinking?
Well, the thing is that you didn't put a limit on any one slot. So,
Mhm.
let's say for RP's purposes, half of a cubic meter of black mush MREs.
Okay. Let me just roll to see how many that will be.
Now the MREs, they're normally in like a silver like thing. So can we tell that they're black mush, or is it just like silver?
These ones
Packaging.
are going to be in more of a clear plastic,
Okay.
so you can see straight through. You can see that it is black mush. You know, some of them are labeled butter chicken, Salisbury steak, things like that. None of them look any different to each other.
Okay.
So in total,
Mhm.
let's make that 2, 8, 14, 32 boxes of MREs. Let me just quickly make that up.
Make sure you emphasize the black mush part.
I am. It's fine.
I was just putting it in my notes, but it's okay.
That's all right. If you go to your inventory, you can add 32 MRE.
MRE.
These
Okay,
ones are
got it.
black mush.
Okay, done.
Apart from that, yeah, things like basic military uniforms, shirts, jackets, pants, that type of thing.
So so what about the cars that we're searching as well?
Yep. So inside the Humvees, you open them up; they're not locked. You do find a couple of skeletons. In total, you find water bottles, enough for 1 water each.
Mm-hmm. They're full.
That's basically everything you're finding. It's essentially what was on these skeletons.
That's disappointing. Bloody roll.
Apart from that, the vehicles might be serviceable. How would we like to work tonight? In the absence of Marvin, would you like me to roll for him, or would we like to act as if he's not here?
No, I think you should roll.
Okay.
Okay. So due
Okay,
to
let's try it.
lacking anybody with repair experience, I'll roll for him. What's he got? So let's go intelligence plus repair. Is he using any action points?
Yeah, let him use one.
Okay. I don't care anyway. That's for leadership to decide.
Okay, so he's got 8 and 6, 14, 2 successes. Using one action point. So Marvin checks the Jeeps. The Jeeps are completely trashed. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. The Humvee might work with a bit of time and perhaps salvaging some of the parts from the Jeeps to put into the Humvees. Expecting, based on that, expecting that to take probably 4 to 6 hours.
Well, we are meant to get a vehicle.
Well, you've currently got your ute. That's what you've driven out in.
I prefer a Humvee.
Mhm.
Boss, what do you reckon? I reckon we should try salvage this.
Oh, if you reckon you can.
Marvin,
Might
I
I
think,
rem-
can you do it?
Might I remind you, chaps, we are on an urgent mission to stop a howitzer from destroying our loved ones.
I don't have any loved ones.
Your country, your kinsman. You are an NCR
Oh,
citizen.
I turn from looking at both Ranvi and the super mutant to just looking at Ranvi. Might I remind you, that
My name is
we are
Abby.
Might I remind you, Captain Abby, that we are on a urgent mission to stop us from being destroyed by a howitzer. For our loved ones to be destroyed. I've
What,
run
did
the
you think it was that urgent?
I've run the calculations, and a howitzer can be reloaded within 6 hours.
Well, you're a robot. Can't you just make it work?
Possibly, ma'am. Would you like me to try?
All right. If you would like to give me
Not attempt.
an intelligence plus repair roll.
Okay, my two favorite skills.
Mm.
I'll be using one of those action points.
Last action point. Yep.
Okay, let's do this. And we're rolling against 4, I believe. And you'll be pleased to know I have 2 successes. With a cheeky little 1 just to start us off.
So, in which case, working alongside Marvin, perhaps you leaning in and just pointing out and telling him things occasionally.
And then just doing an override of the system just to make it feel like he helped. And then just turning the car on.
So it will still take time to replace some of the faulty parts. So with the two of you working together, we'd be able to bring that down to 2 hours.
It makes sense. I was able to run a diagnostic scanner to see what the broken parts were.
Pointed out very clearly, yes.
Mm.
So would we like to proceed with that?
Well, we already have. To determine
Sounds-
it took 2
sounds
hours.
good.
We had to have done it already.
Yep. Okay. So you finalize all of the repairs that you've made. Close the bonnet. Marvin hops in, hits the starter, guns it, and it springs to life. You have a working Humvee.
Now, does it have a gun that's mounted on the roof?
This one is flat top only. So
Damn it.
currently it has no mount. You may be able to build something back at base.
Is that, which is the one? Is it the one right in the middle?
So we are looking at the fat one, the Humvee.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's got a little spot in the back that I can stand and.
You can absolutely fit in the back of this thing. Yep, and stand.
Yep, awesome.
Um,
I'm gonna ride in the back.
the way that these things are built, you would even be able to fit inside.
I would like to, but naturally, given I'm already plugged in, I'm just assuming that I'll be piloting this.
So are
And I'm
you doing so from the driver's seat, or
No, I don't think I would be able to get a Codsworth into. I know you can get a super mutant, but I'm on a lot of arms, so I presume that I was still plugged in and standing on the back for that to occur.
standing on the back? Okay.
So I'm gonna hop out and jump in the other car now.
So you're in the
That's-
Humvee?
As soon as I see that the robot is controlling it and not Marvin, I'm gonna jump him back into the other car.
Okay. Uh, so Hal's driving the Humvee. Marvin's going to go back and continue driving the Ute. We happy with that?
Mhm.
Okay. So Hal backing that out expertly to start with. You expect around about another hour before you reach the area that the soldiers pointed out on the map. So currently it's about 10:30 in the morning. So you'll arrive just before lunchtime. The vehicles, which order are we going in? Humvee in front or at the back?
Yeah, Humvee in front.
Mhm.
It's got more armor.
Yep. All right. So Hal, since you are driving the Humvee, would you be able to roll a d20 for me?
Absolutely. That is a 20.
20. Yep. So you easily travel away from the checkpoint. The Protectrons waving as you go.
I wave back, of course.
Happy to see you safely on your way through this particular area. You travel for the next hour or so. It is uneventful during that time. The road starts dipping a bit. You start getting into some more hilly territory. It's very much a fairly straight run. In the distance, a long way in the distance, you can see on the horizon some mountain ranges a very long way away. You won't be reaching them, but you're sort of that terrain is starting to build up, whereas a lot of the rest of the city is very, very flat.
Yeah.
So at that point, an hour passes calmly, moving through, and you arrive, getting close to your desired destination. Now, at this point, are you wanting to stop ahead of that location, or are you wanting to drive right into the middle of where you're expecting?
I pull up short as is military convention and await
Mhm.
orders.
So you stop around about a kilometer from where you need to be.
And do we have eyes on it, given the terrain?
So what you see up ahead is where you've been in essentially rural areas that you've been traveling through for the past hour and a half. There is a small area up ahead that looks like it would have had shops and bits and pieces around an intersection, middle of a small town, essentially. The type of place that has a pharmacy, a servo, a pub, and that's about it. Much of it in ruin, but you do see some of the telltale signs of super mutants up ahead. You see
Do I see any poop?
poop. No, you have not witnessed any super mutant poop specifically. What you have seen is things like what a lot of super mutant groups will leave is evidence that they've been around. There's girders that are jammed into the ground at odd angles, telegraph poles that have been carved into large spikes that are jammed all over the place. How are you wanting to proceed from here? Are you coming in the vehicles? Are you going on foot for the last kilometre.
I say, on the two-way, of course. Captain, it appears we've had a spot of mutantry around these parts. What are your orders?
Just stay vigilant. We'll look through.
Very well, ma'am. Forward ho. And I roll the ute off. Any approach vectors, ma'am? No. Hello.
I was confused.
Any approach vector, ma'am, or are we to set in the front door?
Front door sounds good.
Very well. I'll proceed. Maximum warp. And I'd like to gun it. Let's roll.
Sorry, we didn't actually clarify. Abby, which vehicle are you in? I know Rocklaw and Marvin are in the ute.
It was metagamed now, isn't it?
No, I'm just. It's. Take your pick. Which one are you in?
I would think I'm in the Hummer then.
Right. Forward ho.
Are you in the front seat or the back seat? Because Hal's on the back, so you've got all four seats you can pick from.
Just spread out through all of them.
It'd be awfully unsettling because with no one in the front and you just in the back of the self-driving Hummer.
All right. So you have seen that this area is in ruin. Gunning it. Could you give me? Yeah, we did agility plus science last time for you doing maneuvers.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's get. All right. So agility plus science. It's a rough roll, but needs must. So off we go. That would be a single success by some sort of miracle.
One success. Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
Now Rocklaw.
Yep.
You can be making the calls for Marvin. Marvin's still driving at this point.
Okay. Yep.
In the ute, are you guys following when he guns it?
Nah, not gonna. I don't think we'd follow. Knowing Marvin, he'd hang back just a little bit, just keep distance, but still within range.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready my weapon. Just gonna cock it and have everything ready to go in case I need to open fire.
Okay. So the ute's hanging back. The Humvee is gunning it. Let me fix that up just a little to get everything in frame. Excellent. So you are coming towards this intersection from the east, over here. What you see straight ahead of you, Hal, is part of the building has actually collapsed into one half of the road.
Oh yeah, on the left-hand side.
On the
there.
left-hand side.
That's okay. We're in the US. You drive on the right, so I won't have to make any illegal maneuvers.
Yep. Straight ahead is a super mutant adornment, I guess.
Oh yeah, looks nice. I do think it assess it to look beautiful as far as mutant things look beautiful as I approach.
Yeah, if you hit this,
Yep.
there may be issues. You can fit between the wall and the adornment by chicaning through?
Yeah, no. I hear all the words you're saying, but no,
Mhm.
I'm fucking just going straight through the razor wire, actually.
Mhm.
And we'll be looking to as a sign of dominance, I'm looking to park, run through the razor wire, and then pull it up in like a sideways skid, or possibly just a double front wheel skid because it's a Hummer. So you're probably just gonna skid to a stop on top of those two gore bags straight ahead. That would be my preference. If that made sense.
That makes sense. Okay.
Buckle up, ma'am. We're about to. And watch out for the razor wire.
So you are going to chicane through, clear at the razor wire. You've managed to dodge the first thing. If you can give me another agility plus intelligence roll.
Ah, no problem. Yep, and of course that's 2 successes.
2 successes. So easily blast through the razor wire.
Fuck, can I tell
It
you
goes
what, Mrs.
flying.
Abby, as a metagame thing, that was a 2 and a 3 rolled against a 4. Carry on.
As this happens, Marvin and Rotclaw pull off to the side. Stop there. Marvin opts to stay in the vehicle. Rotclaw, are you getting out?
Yeah, I'll get out.
Mhm.
I'll go to the right of the vehicle.
Yep. Okay. At that moment, so you've hopped out. The Humvee's hit the razor wire and it's gone flying. At that moment, you hear the howitzer nearby fire. And it is like the world ends for just a second. It is deafening and buffets against the entire area. You see dust shaking down from the ruins nearby. You are still continuing, Hal. So in this next section, you're going through the intersection. Is that correct?
Yeah, looking to come to a skidding stop on top of the gore bags, desecrating them slightly. Hopefully, like how I'm imagining this is both front wheels will skid on top of the gore bags, but we'll stop we'll stop
Okay.
before we hit the post.
I'm
looking to park
so
those
in the
the
middle
post.
of the intersection, you mean? In
Yeah.
here? Yep. Okay. So you're trying to skid, smear as much as possible. Let's give it one final agility plus science roll.
Yep, 2 successes with a 1
Mhm.
and a 9.
2
No
successes. You speed up as loud as possible because these things are not quiet. And then come to a screeching stop, stopping millimeters from the pole.
I suggest caution, ma'am.
Abby, are you getting out at this point?
Yeah. Use the vehicle as.
Hal, are you hopping off the back or disconnecting
No.
yourself? You're staying on?
No, I'm here.
Mhm.
If I'm able to, I would like to obviously do a sensor sweep when my time allows.
Let's say yes. Okay. We can do that. So if you can give me a perception plus outdoorsman. I mean, you've heard the howitzer go off. You know approximately where that is, off to your right.
Yep. So that's 1 success with a 6.
All right. So 1 success. You spot 3 super mutants manning the howitzer.
Oh, I can see them from up on the ute. I guess I probably could, because it's only half cover over there by the looks.
Yeah. Yeah. So enough to get in the way.
Makes sense.
Now, Trish just needs to duck out for a tick to drop Ellie off
Mhm.
to work. Would we like to wait for her to get back?
Have a little
Um,
break.
How long we talking? Yeah, but yeah, that's fine.
It's going to be 15 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
20
Well, it's
minutes,
just us.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, well, it's just us tonight anyway, so it's fun.
Mm.
Well, let's have a look. Well, are we in combat yet? We're not, I guess.
At this moment, you have not been spotted directly.
Hmm. I
Uh,
do have a quick character question, actually.
shoot.
Do you know how many? I just want to check I've got the right amount of tag points, rank points, if you like.
Mhm.
Do you know what total we're meant to be up to?
This is where you've got to do the calculations. It is your intelligence plus 7.
I must just write this down in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, skill points. Int plus 7.
Plus
Yep.
7. It is then plus your levels above 1. So that would be plus 5 points.
Yep. Level -1.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then you add 2 points for each tag skill that you have.
Plus tag times 2. Okay.
Yep.
What are you trying to work out?
I just want to check I've got enough rank points because I can't remember if I put my level 6 in, so I'm just checking that.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those ones. It's
4 plus 7
difficult to audit because each character will be different.
plus. Yeah, that's okay.
But that's
1,
how
2,
the
3,
calculations go,
4.
plus whatever your perks give you as well.
Yeah, it's an extra tag, so I can still just use tag time 2. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means to have 11, 16, 24? 27 this one. I've got 27 then. Can't have not added enough. I'm missing.
You got 27, yep.
Is it 1 per level or 2 per level?
It's 1 normal skill point and 1 combat skill point. Yeah, so that would be...
Okay. Yep, that's why.
Yep, sorry, I
Yeah.
I misspoke before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just looking for a total. Yeah, so that would be 5. So that should be 11, 21, 29. Yeah, I am too short. I thought it was too short.
Yep.
I didn't do my 1 of each on the last level.
Yep.
Okay, that is fine.
So that's easy, you can fix that up.
Up next, straight outdoorsman, and oh shit! Oh, I've got unarmed and explosives. Well, what else would I want? Because my explosives are in throwing. Don't care about guns. Energy weapons? I mean, maybe I'd like them a laser fitted to my eyes or something. That'd be nice, laser eyes.
Laser eyes?
Oh, God.
Yeah, yeah, really live that Ghostbusters thing.
So instead of just the lights coming out of them, it's now lights that kill people.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if we could find old mate to fit out laser eyes.
Mhm. Because I'm happy to do that for you. Any kind of weapon that you come across, if you want it retrofitted in a particular way, let me know.
We'll consider that a friendly request.
Yep. I would say chuck it in your notes so that you remember. So first thing you need to look out for is the type of energy weapon that you want fitted.
Yeah, I'd obviously have to find
I
something.
mean, the other thing that you can do is if it's a one-handed weapon, you can wield it. You've got a free hand. If it's a two-handed weapon, you might need to put your frag grenade away.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, is it? Okay, the +1 in energy weapon is for a...
While Trish is on that, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, all good.
The laser weapon to be broken down and the booty third to eye. Okay. Also, word wrap is not on.
Why on earth did I not turn word wrap on?
So,
Did that fix it?
yeah, it did, mate. Oh, yeah, I needed to add an extra water from earlier too. Okay.
That's Trish finally got her tablet working with
Okay.
with this. It hasn't been working since the start. It's
Okay.
temperamental to say the least.
Is it
The-
a
It
so
uses
it's not a Windows tablet? Like a
no.
Windows...
It uses the mobile version of Google Sheets, where it's like an app,
Yeah, right.
and it's not good.
Actually, I wouldn't have thought it was any different, but there you go, I guess.
Yeah, anytime something has data validation,
Mm.
you click on the arrow down, and it's like 75 to 25 as to whether it's going to work or not.
Right.
Like a heap of times, it'll just say data cannot validate. Try again. And you've got to select a different cell and come back and select it again, and then you're rolling the dice as to whether it works this time. It's really weird. Yeah. Sorry, man. Ellie was trying to get an Uber to work, and on Sunday nights, apparently it's crazy.
Right.
It's really hard to...
Even on the coast.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's coming home from the pub.
I guess. I don't know. So she couldn't get one in time to get to work.
Yeah, it happens. What do you do?
So...
Yeah, well, at least she was trying to be independent, so it's fine.
Well, that's the
sometimes
thing.
you just get burned, don't you?
Yeah. The thing that she always forgets is the fact that you can pre-book them for a set time.
Oh, yeah, can you do it with Uber? There you go. I know you can do it with taxis. I don't really use Ubers, so I didn't know. Okay. Whether that makes much of a difference, who knows? Yes.
Yeah.
It's still subjective with the way that they set it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Lacey reckons it costs extra, but you can get it.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I'm happy I got the razor wire done.
I thought Ubers were more expensive than taxis these days.
I don't know. Don't ask me, I just work here.
Yeah, I know. Last time I took a taxi was in 1996.
Look, it's probably been a couple of years for me.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. What's he saying?
Don't get excited.
We used to have a horse and cart.
And then we ate it. It was good times. The family.
Only when she got lame.
I thought you were going to say only when it got laid.
I'm glad mine wasn't the only brain going that way.
We were worried about a human-horse hybrid, so we had to put her down and eat her.
Oh, I'm moving on. What did everyone get up to today?
Yeah. Went into the city. Very excited.
I saw that, the Lego stuff. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, yes. Probably a rip-off, but I guess Barbara liked it, so it's fine.
The little human was entertained.
Guess so, yeah.
The bigger human was entertained, aka Christy. It's fine.
Ah, well, she got her photos for Instagram or whatever, so that's entertainment.
Facebook.
Whoever.
Saw them on the
I don't know.
book face.
Crafting her pretend life, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Phoebe got groomed today. She's really soft and fluffy now.
Is that your housemate?
That's my dog. Well, it's the mooch that was here rent free.
Hey, I mean, the thing is, I knew it wasn't, but you know, it was funny. So you got to go with it.
Made me
Yeah,
laugh.
why not?
It
Look,
did,
the
yeah, I
housemate's
heard
over in London. She's
it.
actually
She
probably in
gets around.
Scotland at the moment.
Yeah, right. Living her best life, apparently.
Mm. I don't know whether I should go get some yogurt or
Or
ice cream.
Go-Gurt.
Yogurt sounds
We
good.
got hazelnut ice cream or boysenberry, yogurt.
That sounds good.
A lot of the pieces I'm looking at here, Nos, you made this week, actually.
Yeah.
Or a couple of them, anyway. The road pieces and the razor wire were.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah. The
I think that was
super
February,
happy
right?
with how the roads came out.
Yeah. Where's the rest of them? Now you just need another 10 of each, and you'll be good.
Well, this is the thing. I ran out of cork,
Yeah.
so the problem is somebody tried to set fire to Choice, so I've got nowhere to buy my cork locally.
No,
It's the
why
one
not?
in Kiwana.
I said locally, as in
Oh.
without leaving Sippy Downs.
Oh, you don't go out of your own suburb. Well, fuck, you've gone into your shell again, I see.
Would you like to get some whilst I'm down there when I work there?
Look, if you're offering, I'm not going to say no.
You shouldn't
Send me a
enable
list
this
of what you
behaviour.
need, and I can pick it up on Thursday before I start work at 10.
Thursday.
Let me find it on the Choice website.
Okay. Because it's literally like a 2-minute drive from my work.
Cork.
On one of the Facebook groups, they're like, "When's Choice opening again in Sippy Downs?"
I don't know.
And whether like, there's like on their Facebook going, "Please be patient with us. We're still trying to, deal with everything."
Yeah.
Because I think what's happened was obviously the sprinkler systems went off and just obviously ruined all their stock.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, "Oh, it's so inconvenient." It's like, well, yeah, like they didn't fucking plan on having it.
Inconvenient. Fucking hell.
If you didn't like it, then collectively you shouldn't have all been shitty parents.
Exactly. Anyway.
Because it was definitely children that did it.
Oh, yeah, it was 4 of
12
them.
years old.
How
That's
old?
fair.
12.
Fucking little
12 and 13.
shits. Just fucking hold them down in the bath
Order.
until they stop moving.
No, take them to prison. Put them
No.
in prison for a week.
No.
Apparently, if they go to juvie, they get worse.
No. Put them in real prison, not fucking juvie.
Yeah, it is Australian prison, though. It's probably chill.
I've been in the one out at Wacol. It's not fucking chill, mate. It scared me straight, and I'm not even a criminal.
I went to Choice in Kiwana the other day, and they had all the lighters and everything behind the counter now. I was like, so someone's paranoid and learnt.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't. They can just bring a lighter in with them.
Yeah, no.
Not fucking hard. It's just teaching kids not to actually be fuckwits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's been the case at any point in history. It's just that we're old now.
Yeah, I never thought to fucking try to burn down or burn something inside a building. I did it outside outside buildings, where I could only hurt myself.
In controlled environments. Okay, like I admit I was an annoying teenager. Like I went through my goth/emo phase. Don't at me. But anyway.
Okay, hang on. I just need to. So when you say "don't at me," so I'm gonna go at Kofu. Shit. Now what? I'm gonna just do that.
Why am I the Kofu?
That's how you made yourself on Discord.
I'm pretty sure that was Elf.
Oh, was it? So I sent you pictures of the brand that they'll
Cool.
have, because on
Cork
the
sheet?
Choice website they don't actually show that they sell it, but they do.
Okay.
So it looks like that. It's an A4 sheet of cork. It should
Mhm.
be, I think it's like $2 or $2.50.
That's fine.
If you can grab me 5 of those packets, and then I'll swing you money.
Yep, all good.
I love
Not
you.
before. Only
I'll
after.
go in there and be like,
Oh.
I need 5 of these,
I-
please.
You're treating it like a big company. I'm not paying for anything until I've goods receipted it.
And then I'll wait the full 30 days before I...
Yeah, exactly. And it's the end of the next month that you're paying it.
We have a
Yes.
7-day term.
You can't do that in Retail Express.
Can now.
Oh wow, they finally added it.
Well, you can basically turn everything off and then just put it in the terms and conditions.
Okay, so as usual, they didn't fix the problem, they just band-aided it.
Yeah.
I'm glad some things never change.
It keeps some people happy, so that's all they care about. As long as they don't complain, they're like, okay, cool.
So what's around? So we're not in combat yet.
Not
Did,
at
when
this second.
Yeah, when we stopped, they didn't look at us at all.
So they are like operating the howitzer. So they've just fired a shot as you've pulled up. So
Yeah,
they're
so-
then grabbing the next shell to load it.
You
They're not
reckon it
looking
was
up
moving
around them.
kids?
Well,
Is the one behind the howitzer in armor?
they're all in like varying patchwork bits and pieces.
Okay.
The one that's behind the howitzer has like a cloth
Well, we might
hood.
as well take a picture while we're just chilling
That's
here.
what I was just picking up my phone to do exactly that. I'm like, why am I
There you go.
explaining this to you? Ah. Don't fucking autofocus, you piece of shit.
And I was thinking before, so make sure you wash your neck before you do this, Nos.
Why? Because it's so
got a
horrible
close
to
up.
everybody watching?
Got a extreme close up of the back of your head there.
That wouldn't be pretty. You poor thing.
Nah, it was a disaster, yeah.
Oh well. The fuck?
All right, right.
Was that the howitzer that we found?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. I knew it would come in handy.
Yeah, look, there's a few of the vehicles that you got me that you haven't seen yet. They're painted, they're raring to go.
Nice.
So this is the first time you've seen a Hummer.
Yeah, Elf. We found some little ones at like a little backyard garage sale.
Yeah, right.
I'm going through it all. I'm like, oh, Nos will want that. Nos will want that. Nos will want that.
I had to stop him. I was like, okay, enough.
Right off.
One of them is a rocket launcher. That's frightening. And so it looks like rocket launcher,
Ooh.
flamethrower, and minigun. Okay, very good.
I could take a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Oh, minigun. Heavy. Oh, hello.
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 Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Those gore bags look fucking awesome.
It's the fact that the gloss like has set perfectly, so they're like all shiny and looks like it's all like slick with blood.
I'm gonna put one of them in the back of the car and take them with me.
What, you've given up
Why
on
not
your
take
own
all?
gore bag?
No, no,
Put all of them in
I'm
the tire.
carrying mine, but I'm gonna have like a separate one, back at the base.
I can just picture like Abby inside in her full power armor, barely being able to move while gore bags get like crammed in next to her.
You could start keeping them in that shallow grave that you robbed, I guess.
No, I only took the head. It's okay. The
Oh,
body's still
God.
there.
Yep.
That was fucking what's his face, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The what was it?
Rob's
Dan.
first character.
Sir Dan Cadillac.
Dan Cadillac.
He's dead. You don't keep the Sir title when you're dead.
Don't you?
I don't know. Yeah, that's why no one calls him like Sir Jack Brum anymore.
But everybody still.
I was joking.
Yeah. Okay.
You're being taken for a ride there.
Okay. Thank
What's
you.
with the bits of random shit next to the pencil in the ground in front of the Hummer there? Do they all look like they're filament printed randomly?
So that's meant to be like bits of metal rebar.
Yeah, but
Oh,
what
not
are they?
rebar. Fucking I-beams. Yeah, it's all filament printed.
Was it? Is it like? Were they scraps? Where did they come
No,
from?
no. That's actually. So one of these is filament printed. One of them is resin printed that Gregor's did.
Oh, the stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they're from Gregor's collection.
Yep. That
Those
was
two.
part of what
Okay.
he.
Yeah.
So you've got the filament one, and then you got the resin one.
Yeah, you've got a good photo of it. I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, the no, 'cause the filament one looks like a pencil that's just been shoved into the ground.
Does kind of.
So that's why I was wondering if you made it, and then I was like, where'd the bits of I-beam come from?
Oh, what I really need is there's a particular brand of tomato stakes, like garden stakes that you put into the ground, and they make perfect scale I-beams for 32 mil.
Yeah, okay.
So people like buy these things and then cut them up for their models. And Abby's back.
There she's known.
Alrighty, so carrying on where we just left off, Hal has just spotted 3 super mutants manning the howitzer. They are busy reloading that setup. Rotclaw, are you doing anything specific?
Yeah, I accidentally when I was moving out the front of the truck, I accidentally tripped over a rock and I've accidentally fired my gun.
Just
And
just into the
towards
ruins?
towards Hal.
There goes the stealth mission.
You realize it's a noise from the sound comes from the gun, not where the bullet went. It's not like throwing a rock at it hitting something.
No, I know. No. It's just that's
Okay.
where that's the direction my gun was pointing when I tripped.
Okay.
I was holding it like you're walking with it ready, and I
Yeah.
tripped and it went off.
So this is why safeties exist.
Yeah.
Seems lame.
So the sound of gunfire rattles out. Your shots land into, let's say, the red vehicle that is crashed off the side here. They don't go anywhere near Hal. Inexpertly aiming. With that Hal, you will see the super mutants react immediately. And the first one will dash forward to get behind the wall. The one at the back will get down to one knee. And the other is just looking around, holding his gun. Now, are you trying to stealth at all here, sitting atop this Humvee?
No.
Not at all.
I don't even know if that's something in my vocabulary.
I'm just thinking when you busted through the window into the red rocket.
Yeah, like conceptually, I don't even know how I would stealth. Like how my movement in stealth mode would be any different to normal.
Yep.
So no. No.
So as the first one dashes to cover, he spots you up on top of the Humvee.
Mhm.
Abby, can you give me so you've just hopped out of the Humvee. Are you trying to be quiet at all? You trying to
Not very well in this suit, but I can try.
It's a bit of clunking. Are you attempting to is what I'm asking.
Somehow, yes.
Okay. So in which case if you can give me an agility plus sneak roll.
That's where's my sneak? 3 success.
One success.
Hmm.
So at this point, the super mutant has not noticed you, but he has spotted Hal from his point of view. So immediately he bellows out, he's down, over here. And he fires at you. Unfortunately misses. Shots ringing around you. With that, we will enter initiative order. Abby, you come up first.
I'm gonna take some cover behind this thing here, somewhat. Mm-hmm. I probably still can't hit them from here.
Behind that is full. If they can't see you, you can't see them.
I'm trying to see him.
So are you trying to hide from all of them, or are you just trying to hide from some of them?
Well, looking at it, feels like I should be able to see across here.
Yep. So are you leaving yourself open to him being able to see you back? Is what I'm asking. Because you can't
No,
be
you
hidden
do the-
and
Yes, you can. You hide and then you step out when you want to throw something.
Mhm.
That's how you do stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad.
Okay. All right. So in which case you're tucked in just at the corner of the cover. What are you throwing?
Well, can I reach?
What are you throwing? Because that
I would-
determines whether you can reach or not.
I'd assume a spear then.
Okay, so your spear goes to medium, so nowhere near. On the spear, your tomahawk would be even shorter. Would you like to Overwatch and ready an attack? Would you like to do something else?
Yeah. Overwatch.
You love that. All right, so up next is Rotclaw.
All right, so I'm gonna run up.
Now, did you remove an ammunition from firing at Hal
I did.
recklessly? Okay.
Yes,
good.
I did. Yes, I did. First thing I did, I went, fuck, wasted ammo. So I'm gonna run up And
Are you following the road, or are you going through the
Yeah.
ruins, or what are you trying to
Good.
do?
oh, actually, no, that probably that is there like cover over on the right, like because I can only see one.
You've got half cover there.
Okay, no, at this stage, I'm gonna go up near the road and get near Abby.
Mhm.
It's basically my fault as far as I can move.
Okay. So I would say that yes, you'd be able to, if you're wanting to finish in cover,
Yep.
you'd be able to get up behind Abby there.
Yep.
That would be your minor and your major.
Yep, sounds good.
Excellent. Marvin is staying in the car, sitting back with the windows open, his auto laser rifle across his knees, waiting. So up next is Hal.
You just dropped out. Eventually.
Randomly, my Discord just tried to reset itself. Different. Sorry. So coming up next is Hal.
So I'd like to move my minor action movement directly towards the super mutant that fired at me.
So that will land you pretty much in the middle of the razor wire. Are you trying to go around it?
Well, yes, slightly to the right then.
Slightly to the right?
Yes, I'm sure you can
We say-
figure out
Yeah,
that
you can
maneuver.
get up to that point there. Yep.
Ow.
Mr. Handy is the most robust mini
Yep.
out of any of them. I dropped him
Okay.
so many times.
All right, pick up the blast effect marker if you don't mind for a medium range.
Okay, so first you're throwing it to medium range. Yes, you would be able to reach from there. That would be
Yep.
be fine.
Now, powder charge would be a timed charge, so I can't probably throw. I'm assuming you're not going to let me throw a lit powder charge.
So you have options with powder charges.
Yeah.
So you can make them time charge. You can make them contact. You can make them tripwire, landmines.
Oh, so I can hurl one?
You can hurl one as a grenade. Yes. Yeah, they're
no
they're a
worries.
bit of everything.
So can you just position that over the two lads at the back there, if you don't mind?
So that's going to be well out of your range.
Oh, is that
You
out
can
of medium range?
you can throw to medium range, which is almost to the howitzer. Like that's about how far you're going to get. So if you pop it over, I would say yes, you'd be able to hit those two, but you would miss
Can
the
I
one
just do it with
furthest
an
to the
extra?
back.
But if I go, can I extend my range with an extra difficulty?
Look, I will allow it.
Okay. Well, I mean, so the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because I thought that's what it was if it was outside the.
Usually
the
it is
range.
minimum because this is your strength. Yes, I'll allow you
Yeah.
to throw
Okay.
this.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to throw it at the two lads at the back.
Mhm.
Okie dokie.
So if you get to there, yes, you would be able to get it between them. You will be hitting the howitzer as well.
I don't want to hit the howitzer. Okay, so it doesn't look so. What you're saying is I won't be able to throw it far enough to not hit the howitzer.
Any scenario there would be outside. It would involve that. So at maximum,
I can throw it to the right to hit the gore bags and the one dude. So
yep.
swing it around
Or
to
you
the
can
right.
or you can throw it to the left and hit the closest guy at normal difficulty.
Yeah, I could, but I'd prefer to fuck up all the gore bags if you don't mind.
Okay. All right. Yes. So if you landed in the middle of the gore bags,
all right.
Yes, you would be able to hit that one.
Cool. All right, and hopefully destroy all the gore bags too. Okay, no worries. So if you don't mind, I'll have the 2 action points from Action Boy.
Action Boy, are you spending them straight away?
I'm going to spend one of them. Yes,
one of them.
The 3
yep.
die. And I'm going to be throwing a powder charge, which explodes on contact, not
Mm-hmm.
with me, but with the next thing it touches. Preferably. At long range.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do it. So we're going to be rolling against a TN of 11. 3 die. Okay, no problem. That's 0 successes. I'd like to re-roll with a luck, please. Now, is that up to 2 or just the one with a luck? Is that how it works? I can use a luck to re-roll?
You can use 1 luck to re-roll, yes.
Yep. And I get 2 or just 1?
You can re-roll 1 d20 per luck,
Yep. Okay.
or you can 1 luck can re-roll 3 damage dice.
Yep, no worries. So that's another luck again that has done nothing. So that was 4 failures on a TN 11.
11.
Okay.
So the powder charge that you throw, exerting yourself, you actually end up throwing it too far. It clatters over the wall, explodes in a pile of rubble, doing very little, showering rocks and bits and pieces, and not much else.
Guess I've kind of got half cover, so that's something out of that turn. But anyway, that'll do me. I don't think I can do any less than that.
All right, so the 3 super mutants are getting quite worked up at the idea that people are here. The first one is going to stamp the ground a few times, point at you, Hal, because he's the only one that he's seen so far. Gestures to the other 2, fires off his. It's not a minigun; it's a heavy machine gun.
My apologies.
Manages to just get the top of you. Does
Ooh.
6 damage, physical damage,
No worries.
and he tucks himself further into cover here. If he could stand.
Barely a flesh wound, ma'am. Never fear.
The other 2 dash up closer to the wall. And with that, we are back to Abby's turn.
All right. I'm going to move up behind this wall.
You would be able to get up to about there.
Cool. And I'm going to throw my spear.
So which one are you going at? So you are too close to hit this one at optimum range. So it will be a more difficult shot with the spear. Or you could go for one of these 2.
I'll go for old mate up here then. The middle one.
Missile launcher? Yep.
Am I... Sorry. I'm rolling to hit first?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
Uh,
target number's 13. What if you roll?
all right. Oh, 2 successes.
2 successes, so that is enough behind that cover. You managed to hit one of them.
Here we have 1 plus effect.
1 plus effect.
Effect. We have 4 is no damage. 1 and no damage.
1 is 1 damage.
So, why is 1 damage?
So 1
Oh.
is damage, 2 is 2 damage, 5 and 6 are 1 damage each plus effect.
Oh, I just figured because I had no damage, I stopped reading. Okay, so 3 damage plus 2 effect.
Plus 2 effects. So you've got piercing and vicious on that one, so it bypasses part of his armor and does a guaranteed 1 damage extra. So your barbed spear is lodged in his shoulder. He bellows at that. So that is going to be... It hits him. He doesn't seem affected immediately. In response to that, he throws a frag grenade back at you.
Oh. Rude.
And that one... So it does land a little bit further away. He gets hit by it, lobs this thing back, manages to hit you for 6 physical damage.
And
It-
me?
Does not hit Hal.
Wow.
It is just off to the left enough. And that is his readied action.
I might be required to defend your honor, ma'am. Most unfortunate.
Alright, so up next is Rotclaw.
I don't know where all my powder charges have gone. Ones I found. They're all not in my...
Did you give them to Hal?
I wave one at you.
I don't think so. Son of a bitch.
I mean, Hal
okay.
claims explosives, so...
You couldn't
True.
carry them, mate.
Yeah. All right. I'm going. So I can. Could I throw a grenade from where I am?
Look, you are behind full cover currently.
Mhm.
I would say yes, you can throw a grenade. You would be getting it awfully close to 2 people that you're currently allied with.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move up near Hal.
So you'd be able to get up behind him there.
Yep. And then I'm going to try to throw a frag grenade. Into where that first guy is.
So basically straight on top of him.
Yep.
Okay. So roll.
On top of the howitzer.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Now, what do I need for frag grenades? I haven't done them before.
Have you got one equipped?
I've got 2 equipped.
No, you don't. So currently you've got
they're in
your
my
heavy
bag.
machine gun and your power fist.
Okay.
So you need to spend a minor action to equip one first. You spent your minor action on moving.
Okay, can I use
Use an action point to
Action
give you
point?
another minor?
Yep. The frag grenade goes in there.
Yep. And then chuck a power fist Mark 1 back in your bag.
Power fist Mark 2 back in my bag. Okay, cool.
So your target number's 12.
12. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so let's roll. 2 successes.
2 successes, so just enough. It will land exactly where you're aiming for. Drops at his feet. If you want to roll damage for me.
66s. Okay. 2, 2, 1, 3, 5, and 6.
Okay, so that's going to do an extra 1 because of the vicious. So that throws him back against the howitzer.
Yep.
The howitzer takes damage as well.
Are we trying to save that thing?
Yes, you fuckhead.
Okay.
Tired. That was enough of it.
So he has slumped to the ground against that, buffeted by that explosion.
At
Shakes
least
it
the
off.
armor side of it.
Uh, he is bloodied by that explosion. All right. Next up is HAL 9001.
Shakes is. I'm shaking the head of the Protectron glass hood that I'm wearing as a hat. So we're clear.
Yeah. Yep.
You can clearly see me shaking my head. Okay. Another powder charge. I'm gonna move my minor action
Mhm.
down the wall, but leaving a path to the two furthest mutants, and I'm gonna have another go at throwing a powder charge at them.
Okay, sorry. So are you moving past Abby or are you going down?
Yes,
Yeah, past
past
Abby.
Abby.
Okay. So we'll say that you can reach that car. So you'll be
Sure.
standing with a clear shot.
Yep, I'm just gonna throw it at their feet,
Mhm.
basically. Bam!
So roll to hit.
Yep, I'm gonna spend a luck to reroll. Zero successes,
Fucking
no
hell.
criticals.
Once again, you can't seem to calibrate your throwing arm. It goes sailing past them into the ruins and lands in the same crater that was made by the earlier one.
Bugger.
Digging ever deeper.
Bugger me, man. Bugger me.
Both of the super mutants watch this thing go over their head and then shrug. The one that was just blown up by a frag grenade spends his action getting back up to his feet, lines up on Rotclaw, is just about to fire when he lowers his weapon. And he looks straight into your eyes, Rotclaw, and he goes, I know you.
Daddy?
You don't know me. Your name Bob?
And he storms off. Limping, holding his side from the damage he's already taken. The other two, confused by what's just gone on, the first one climbs over the gore bags, climbs over the wall here, lines up on this robot that he has seen earlier, fires a missile straight at you with a clear line of sight. He hits you for 9 physical damage.
Me or Hal?
Hal, direct
Oh,
hit in the center. That would also hit Abby.
Just a flesh wound. I put my shoulder into it.
So Abby, you also take 9 physical damage. And he smirks as it explodes and goes off. The next one doesn't even move, digs in, aims up, and pulls a blast from his flamethrower.
Nice.
Lighting the razor wire and everything around the timber holding up the bits and pieces there, everything gets ignited in a cone. He would hit there. That does 6 energy damage to you, Hal.
Mm-hmm. It's just a flesh wound.
You barely notice it.
You're going to have to do better than that. I get this calibrated and you'll be terrible. I say as like my voice box is all scrambled up from the rocket explosion.
Jesus, I'm knocking down buildings.
Is Marvin still in the car?
Marvin's just waiting in the car. So up next is Abby. You've just been buffeted by the missile explosion that has hit Hal and yourself.
I'm going to heal myself.
You're taking. When you're taking damage, are you reducing it by your resistance?
No.
No. Okay. You need to reduce it. That's your armor soaking up some of the damage.
Well, that's what I thought there should have been, but you're telling me to take 9, so I took 9.
I tell you the total damage, you calculate what it is.
Okay, so I'll just take 6, put 6 back on.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to heal.
So heal.
So we got medicine.
So if you're doing first aid, you can do that with or without your kit. You can pop a stim pack. What would you prefer?
First aid.
Are you using your first aid kit?
No.
Okay. So if you can give me an intelligence plus medicine roll.
2 successes.
Easy. So you generate an action point. And you heal yourself for intelligence plus medicine. So what's that, 11 points? Gets you back up to full health.
Okay.
Okay, are you using your minor action for anything there?
No.
Okay. You're not moving, you're staying there.
There.
Okay. Up next is Rocklaw.
Okay. So is that guy's not within range of my gun? Is he the one that's running?
The one that's running away? No.
All right. I'm gonna move.
Because is it medium range for your machine gun, I believe?
Yeah, medium.
Mhm.
Yep. All right.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna move.
move up to that half cover that's out at the
So towards
front,
Abby or to the left?
to the left.
To the left? Okay, so you will be going through the razor wire there.
But there's no. I can't see any razor wire.
Oh, for God's sake, yes. You've got razor wire just here.
But I'm not. If I don't go on the road, am I still going through it?
Okay, assume that that wall meets at the corner there.
Just
Right.
push the razor wire across a bit, Nos, for him.
Okay. There. Jeez, I'm sorry I didn't make them infinite length.
Well, gotta be careful here.
Yep.
All right. So if that's the case, hmm.
So you can attempt to try to maneuver over it.
I got climbing gear. Can I climb over it?
No, that's more like, abseiling or rock climbing gear.
Like if with that pole that where the Humvee hit, if I climb up that, could I jump over the razor wire?
If you spent probably 3 actions, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to take you a
Awesome.
minor to get to that pole, then your major to climb it, and then on your next turn, you'd try to jump.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay. Get me in range of the gore bags and the other guy with the rocket launcher. I'm gonna throw but I want to try to stay undercover if I can.
Okay, so still hugging the wall, so you can run
Yeah.
past Abby, and you
Yeah,
can stop
past Abby.
short of the next set of razor wire that's blocking the gap there.
Yep.
That would put you within range to be able to lob and hit either of those two.
All right. I'm gonna go try to get right in the middle of both of them.
Okay.
And so I want 20. That is 1 success.
1 success. Okay, so just enough. You land it in the middle of those two. Roll for damage.
Uh, 6, 6, 3, 3, 4, 4.
2 damage, 2 effects.
Okay, and is that a frag grenade that you're throwing?
It is, yes.
Okay, so that'll do vicious. So does a little bit of damage to them, but not much. They shrug it off. It gets soaked up by the wall and the gore bags and everything else. So you spray bits of gore and shit all over the place, covering everything in that radius and some. All right, so up next is Hal.
Watch and learn, dear mutant. It is time for me to stop buggerizing around. So I'll use my miner to get up on that car, the grey car.
Yep.
Moving closer to them too.
Mhm.
And I'll do the softest little underarm of a powder touch just to boop.
Yep.
And I'm going to spend a luck. And that would be 0 successes.
All right, if you can roll damage for me.
No problem.
She went out earlier.
Okay, the damage is
Hot.
wow. 2 damage and 1 effect. Yes, that was 5d6. The effect is lost, so it's just 2 damage, I think.
It's 2 damage. So you really softly underarm it. It lands basically in front of you. And you take 2 physical damage. Buffeted by your own armor.
God, ma'am. I didn't do a thing. It's like a bag of flour.
You do successfully blow a big enough hole in that razor wire to clear a path in there, if you would like.
Yeah, I move. No, I stay where I am.
Okay. So the one with a flamethrower, as the grenade or the powder charge goes off on the other side of the wall, doing absolutely nothing to him, he aims up with his flamethrower again, blasts at you for 8 energy damage as he's retreating backwards. Walking backwards calmly.
That one was a little toasty, ma'am.
The second one decides to follow him, firing once again at the big shiny robot, or probably not so shiny these days. He does 12 physical damage.
Roger.
Rockclaw, you are just out of range of that explosion when it goes off. This one has dashed. He's now off the side of the map. You can see him running, looking like he's hurting, bleeding out. So we are back to the top of the round, Abby.
I'm gonna move a bit. Move. I go through here. Am I gonna miss the fire, or is that just sort of a radius? Okay.
Sorry, that definitely would have dissipated by now. That's been another 2 rounds.
I'll go here and try to throw at this guy.
What are you throwing?
Spear.
Spear?
2 successes.
2 successes. Easily. That is...
Okay. 4, nothing. 3, nothing. 1, so that's 2, 4 damage plus 2 effect.
So your effects are piercing and vicious. So that's 5 damage. And
No
you
pops.
ignore one of his armor. Not quite. This one you lodge into his chest. You find a spot between his armor. And it lodges in just above his heart. And he bellows, reels back, drops his missile launcher, and clutches at it, gasping for a moment. He's almost dead.
Yeah, bitch.
So up next is Rockclaw.
Alright. I'm gonna come around the corner, aim at him, and open fire with the
Which one? Missile launcher or flamethrower?
I can only see the missile launcher, I think.
If you come around the corner, so you've got one there, you got one there.
Oh, back there, right, okay.
Yeah.
Which is the one on the right? Is that the flamethrower?
The one on the right is the missile launcher, the one on the left is the flamethrower.
And the missile launcher is the one that Abby just attacked?
Just landed a spear into.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna try attack that one.
So you're going to move further up, are you?
Just come around the corner.
Okay.
Just enough so I can see him and then open fire.
I mean, you could see him over cover from where you were standing.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be within
Yeah,
range
stay
there.
there.
So.
Yep. Okay,
So roll to hit.
That is 3 successes.
So you generate 2 action points there. Roll damage. I mean, all you got to get, you've got to get a single point here. So,
6,
do you manage anything that is not just 3, 3, 4, 4?
1, 1, 2, 6,
Yeah,
4,
easy.
6.
So,
now, did that trigger burst?
yes, that does. So we will have to tally damage.
Okay, so it's 1, 1, 6, 2, 4, 6.
Okay, so that is going to be 6 damage. So you spend an extra ammunition and pump that into the guy with the flamethrower, arcing across the 2 of them. So the first one falls. So he just clutches the spear that Abby's thrown into him. He rips it out, looks at you, and you pull the trigger and sweep it across. He doesn't even have time to react.
Mhm.
The second one is hurting. He's now bloodied. So up next is Hal.
Yep. I move inside. Through
Through the
the
gap.
doorway I blew open. Yeah.
Mhm.
Full distance. A minor.
Yep.
And I rally the troops by saying, nearly there. How it's a secure meat ready to be munched. And
So give me a charisma plus speech roll.
no worries. And that would be 3 successes.
So you max out your action points again. Do you feel rallied, the rest of the group? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's better than whatever I've done on all my other turns. That's for damn sure.
The one with the flamethrower seeing his friend die and his other friend flee, snorts, shrugs off the bullets that he's just been hit by, pushes right up into your face and gives a full blast of the flamethrower. With that, he does 7 damage to Hal, Abby, and Rotclaw. 7 energy damage, sorry. And Hal, he spits on you as you go up in flames, taking the full initial brunt of that.
Mhm.
Up next is Abby.
You said it was 6 damage.
7 energy damage.
Energy. Okay, cool.
So reduce that by your energy resistance.
Well, got both of my spears. Or do I have 3?
You have 3 normal spears. You've thrown your 2 barbed spears. So you could use your minor action to then pull your normal spears out of your pack, and then your major to throw one.
Yep, I see. Okay. So grab my normal spear out then. So do I need to change this
Yep, change that to
to normal?
just spear.
Oh, Jesus. Why isn't this any kind of order?
It's grouped. So it's meant as a you type to search.
Okay. Got my spear. And I'll throw that.
Mhm.
1 success.
1 success is enough.
So 4 damage and 2 effect.
Okay. So that only has piercing, so only one of the effects trigger. So 4 damage. And ignoring 1. Alright. So your normal spear is lodged in him. And after he's just triggered this burst of flame at your group, a spear thuds into him, thrown hard. It digs in deep, and he clutches at his chest and falls to one knee for a moment. Up next is Rotclaw.
Right. Let's go another machine gun fire at him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Hal is right there.
Oh, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 1. So 2 successes.
2 successes, yep.
Yep.
Alright, so you can't generate any more action points.
Yep.
First of all, if you can roll me a d6.
D6. To 4.
4. Alright, and roll damage.
So 6, 1, 5, 3, 4, 3.
Okay, so 3 damage with burst. Do you want to hold the trigger down?
He didn't die from that first round.
I haven't told you who you were aiming at yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Let's go again.
So you hold the trigger down, rake that across. You do 3 physical damage to each of them. 1 round goes into the back of Hal. 1 round just snags the super mutant's shoulder. And he winces, but that's about it. He's nearly down. Up next is Hal.
On seeing him nearly down, obviously I do my usual harvesting, so I just start taking his hands.
Yep.
So
Roll for attack on your Ripper.
yep. So that's 2 successes.
Easy.
So that's 2, 3, 4 damage plus vicious, so that's 5 damage and obviously I'm attempting to move his hand.
Look, with that, you easily cut straight through his hands, which he looks down as a hand, or both hands, with the flamethrower still attached, both fall to the ground.
I obviously shake the flamethrower out of his clenched hand.
And he, as blood just pours out of his arms, his eyes roll back into his head as he
70
suffers.
and 71.
You say just before his body hits the ground. And with that,
Alright, so we advanced no storyline objectives. We ignored all attempts to negotiate.
one of the super mutants did manage to escape off into the ruins, but you have secured the howitzer. It is damaged, but
Yeah.
serviceable.
I'm gonna go running after that super mutant that ran off.
So, in which case, first thing, you come around the corner trying to follow where he's gone through the ruins. If you can give me a perception plus outdoorsman roll.
Perception plus fucking where's my
Way
mouse?
too late.
I don't know if I did put some into outdoorsman. Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, so you can see the drops from the blood on the ground,
Yep.
where you can pick up the initial trail. You head around a couple of corners. He is obviously really legging it. At this point, I will get
I
you.
thought it was bleeding out.
He was. He's bleeding, as in there's blood coming from him.
Right.
So you get around a couple of corners. You haven't spotted him yet. Do you want to pursue further?
Yep, I'll keep going.
Okay, so in which case, give me another perception and outdoorsman roll.
That is one success.
One success. So with that, you lose the trail for a moment. You double through a set of ruins. You go up underneath a hanging floor from the next building over. And you go through a doorway. You come out the other side where it's quite clear for a lot of the street, and you can't see anything further. So you have lost track of him.
Okay. All right, I'll head back.
So you head back to the group. Abby, Hal, are you doing anything in particular?
I'll go and get the other 2 hands from the other super mutant.
Can I pick up the rocket launcher?
All right. So first thing, so Hal, you can have 2 more super mutant hands, so foe hands.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was wondering because I don't really know if they were foes. I guess they were.
I mean, directly opposing the NCR, that would be.
Guess so.
The Colonel's stated outright that the super mutants are a problem. The Major seems to think they're a problem. That would constitute foes, wouldn't it?
Before Rockclaw gets back, I say to Captain Abby, it was interesting that one of the mutants knew Rockclaw. Perhaps Rockclaw, as I've been alluding to all along, is a member of the enemy, a mole in the woodpile, if you will. Would you like me to end him on his return?
What are you on about?
One of the super mutants said that he knew Rockclaw and then ran off, and now Rockclaw has run after him.
Well,
Presuming that Rockclaw comes back, should we presume him an enemy?
well, they're both mutants, so it makes sense.
To consider him an enemy? Understood, ma'am.
No. To consider him known.
A known enemy?
How?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure other robots probably know you too.
I find that quite unlikely, ma'am. From the day I was built, I was in a box.
Yes. Moving on.
I will belay that order, ma'am. But let it be known, this is another mark of suspicion on the Mortis. Shall we hitch the howitzer to the Hummer? Or would you like me to attempt such a thing?
Oh, that's why we're here.
And I look around at other tires because, like, often when howitzers are deployed, the tires aren't necessarily left attached. So how's this one looking? Like, are all the pieces here? Like, is the tow hook here? Do we have wheels
So
for it to be
the way that this
towed?
one is set up,
Mm,
the legs that actually hold it in place collapse together to create your tow point.
okay.
So there's no extra pieces required. The wheels are still attached. They were just chocked in place while it was firing. Now, it is going to take you some time to clear things like the razor wire out of the way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I'm here for. So I just pretty much run. I progress that program and
Yep.
I say, leave it to me, ma'am.
Yep. So you slowly wind the razor wire back up at the key points so that you can get the Hummer through more easily. You back that into place.
I back it up with my arm and my head leaning out the side.
That is a picture we need to generate.
Can I search through the gore bags?
Searching
back?
through, sure. Yep. So what you can see around you in this area now that the fighting is over. So you've
I
got.
get back and I'll go up to Abby first
Mhm.
and go. Boss, I tried to track down the other one, but I lost its tracks about a kilometer out. There was quite a bit of blood, so I'm hoping that he bled out. Then from there, I'll go start searching the gore bags.
What you've also got is there are pallets of ammunition
Oh no!
for the
Yeah.
howitzer.
Yep.
So you do have a plethora of shells here. They were well stocked. This seems to be a bit of a forward supply point for the super mutants. So loading those up in your vehicles as well.
Yep.
Would be suggested. Going through the gore bags, you find gore. You find bits and pieces. All up, you do collect some caps. So you find 40 caps.
Nice.
There is also small arms ammunition here. So are you collecting any of it? So there's pistol, rifle, and heavy ammo.
Yeah, I only care about heavy.
Heavy. Yep. Let me just roll for that. Okay. So you pick up 3 units of heavy ammo. The majority of it is rifle and pistol ammo.
All right, how much rifle?
Rifle ammo? So you pick up 21 units of rifle ammo.
Okay. Any missiles from the missile launcher?
So as you go through the super mutants' bodies themselves, you do pick up a missile launcher.
Nice. I'll take that.
He had 1 missile left.
All right, cool. So can I equip that in my secondary slot?
Absolutely.
All right, done.
So it's a case of if you want to switch out your
Yeah.
primary or secondary weapons in combat, that's a minor action.
Yep.
For you to swap them out. That's all.
Wow,
So
that's 12d6.
Your target number is 16 as well for that. So, Jesus Louise.
And is that a big guns one as well?
that's a big
It
guns.
must be.
So
It has
that's
to be
attack
big
skill
guns
as well. So
straight.
anything under 20 is. Oh no, tag skill for the 16. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it must be endurance and big guns for that. Okay.
Yeah, it's endurance and big guns is the combination. So it's a case of yes, it's 12d6. So currently you have 2 missiles.
Far out. Do you know what's crazy? I only took 9 damage from one of those missiles. That seems quite lucky in hindsight.
There have been some of the rolls that I've done for some of the like really big numbers of shit, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Is that it? Like, a fat man is potentially 42 damage.
Fuck.
I've rolled 6 on some of my test ones, so that was fun.
Bit of radiation absorption.
Yeah, you don't quite get it far enough.
So I would say I would like to pick.
Sorry?
I would like to just operate my Geiger counter while we're here.
Mhm.
Just a quick, hold it up. What are we getting?
Yeah, look, nothing that's really ticking around you. Average background radiation.
I'll just wander around now that I've finished hooking up the house. I'll just wander around like
Mhm.
I'm scanning stuff in my tricorder with
Yep.
the Geiger counter. So if I get any hotspots in the time remaining that we're here, just let us know. But otherwise, I'll just sort of wander around.
Just go for a wander. Okay, yep.
Yeah, aimlessly scanning for basically any kind of little peaks or blips in the Geiger counter from either waste or cores or batteries or basically
Mhm.
just doing almost like a sensor suite walking around with the Geiger counter, really.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah,
So you'll spend a bit of time doing that. Question to you: is anybody grabbing Marvin, or what's going on there?
having a nap, isn't he?
He's probably
He's-
sleeping in the truck.
So he's happy chilling out there. If nobody wants to get him specifically, that's cool.
Yep.
So the other thing that you do find is the flamethrower that Hal threw on the ground. So if you would like, you can pick up a flamer.
What type of weapon is that?
So
Is
that
a
is
heavy?
a big gun. It uses flamer fuel. So there is 10 units of flamer fuel loaded into it.
All right, I'll take that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give, because I've got to put that in my ammo, don't me? I can't carry that in my inventory.
Correct. Yeah. So that goes in
All
your
right.
in your ammo.
So I've got 4 plasma cartridges.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Probably give that to Rob.
yeah.
Um, yeah, if you swing those at Marvin, he'd be the only one who can use them.
Yeah. And sorry, what you said it was flamer fuel.
So flamer fuel, yes.
Yep.
So
And it's
that's another
10.
specialist weapon, 10 units.
Yep. Cool.
Now that it does low damage, but it's energy damage and it's a conal.
Mhm.
So you can hit everybody in that area.
Okay.
Or
Or just burn something down.
just burn something down, yeah. Apart from that, you don't find much else. The majority of what they had loaded up here was these howitzer shells. You're hooked up and you are ready to go back. As you're finishing picking through everything, Hal, going past one of the cars, the wrecks that you find, you do get a blip from it.
Ooh.
Now, this car is trashed. It's been hit by bits of concrete and debris. But your Geiger counter goes up enough for you to think that there might be a live power source of some sort in this vehicle.
I gesture to Marvin if he's awake to come and give his advice
And
on a disassembly method that's not forcible because I'm not that strong anyway.
Marvin taking a look, and he's like, "Look, I got some tools in the back. We might be able to, if we lift up maybe some of the debris that's on top, jam a chock underneath the bonnet, we'd be able to get in there."
Ooh.
What do we reckon? You've got a block and tackle, don't you? Maybe we can hitch it up so that it doesn't fall back down.
Yes, or the super mutant could just remove the bonnet.
So currently it's got debris and bits and pieces on top of it. So it's got probably a couple of ton of crap on there.
Mutant boy, for the good of the place, would you come over here and remove the bonnet? Make yourself useful for once when you're not just running around after your friends.
Hal, I was trying to kill him.
And you have blood on your hands now as a result, I assume?
I walk over, just ignore what he said, and just start taking the stuff off the top.
So in which case, if you can give me a strength plus athletics roll. You're trying to basically shove the debris off the top of the bonnet.
I'll assist.
You'll assist, okay? Roll 1d20 to
Rank
assist.
plus athletics.
Yep.
Is 3 successes.
3 successes.
Plus my 0 successes. I was just pretending. I sort of just dusted a little bit of like rocks off the top.
But it's that like side to side sweeping motion with your hand. It's not even
Yeah.
you're not even picking anything up. With a grunt, Rotclaw, you find the lowest point possible and just heave, and this shower of bricks and debris go flying up and over the back of this vehicle. You've freed up the bonnet enough to be able to get in. Let me roll for Marvin to see what he's looking at here. So we are rolling, in this case, agility plus repair, so 11. Easy. So Marvin, as soon as the bonnet flies open, leans in, pulls one of the cables to the side, opens a hatch on the right, pops out a fusion core.
Nice. I'll add that to the stockpile. Good work, sir.
Ducks his head back out from underneath the bonnet as Rotclaw then lets go of this pile, and everything showers back down, slamming the bonnet closed again. So teamwork.
Nice.
With that, apart from that, the rest of the area seems pretty clear from what you've seen.
Okay. I'll, given in my eyes the quest. Sorry. If you got something to say, go.
I was just gonna say, Marvin and I will just walk back to the truck and wait for the boss
Mhm.
and Hal
me
to
too.
get going, and we'll take up from behind. I'll be in the ute because we've got the howitzer. With my gun out.
So the
Um,
howitzer hooked up to the Humvee, not the
Yeah,
ute.
correct. Yeah, I know, but I'll still be in the back of the ute
You're in the ute?
because,
Okay, yep, cool.
because we're going to be traveling from behind, so we're protecting the rear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
I
also,
did put the shells in for what it's worth.
yeah, I
in
was
the
going
back
to say
of the
we put them in, yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
you've spent a little bit of time. So all in all, it's been about an hour that you've been here.
Mhm.
So just after lunch, and you've collected yourself a howitzer.
How much XP do we get for that? Just one?
You do get 1 XP.
Nice.
Thank you for reminding me. All right. So Marvin and Rotclaw, they've gotten back into the ute. Hal, you're floating back over with the fusion core that you've collected.
And obviously, I say to Abby, orders, ma'am.
All right. Come over. Eh.
So Abby, as
So is
you
it-
are coming over,
So is it together now?
yeah, look, it's being towed.
I could ride it.
So from that position, there is a large military radio that was underneath the tent that crackles and comes to life, and all you hear is a grunting voice from the other end, and it's saying, "Come in, Blue Group. Move fire 15 degrees west. Confirm, please."
I'll go over and in my best imitation, because I can do different voices as we've
Yep.
established.
Okay. Yep.
I'd like to imitate the voice of the one that I heard running away. A little bit of mixture
Yep.
of him.
Because you have heard him talk. Yeah.
I quickly scoot over.
Mhm.
So obviously this is deception.
Yep.
Fair to say.
Yep.
And I say in my best mutant, I say, yes, Boss. Orders heard. Moved. Awaiting orders to fire. Tell me when good. And
Okay, so first thing,
will
if you can
be...
give me a charisma plus speech roll.
Yep.
Now,
no
in this
worries.
case, I will consider that you are lying, so you can
Yeah,
use
yeah.
your scoundrel perk if you would like.
Yes, definitely. So that's currently 3 successes. I'm just considering whether or not to re-roll the thing, but I think I'll leave it at 3 successes.
Leave it at 3 successes.
Mhm.
So the voice from the other side goes, "Blue group, fire now."
Okay. And what I'd like to do
Maybe you
is
should tell them that there's an issue and they're fixing it.
yes, my dear. I will do just that, and I'll say, ready, fire. And I go, and I pick up the radio and I sort of like bang it into the ground and shake it around and shake the microphone. And I go, woof, woof, explosion, backfire, hurt, radio, not. And then I smash the radio.
Okay.
But for that, I do re-roll one. I can
So
re-roll both of them.
first off, we'll the lie that you've spouted down the
Yep.
radio. So charisma plus speech.
Yep. So I did have a double failure, but it's a
Scoundrel.
different lie.
So
This is a different lie.
It's a different roll?
Hopefully I can re-roll it.
yeah, absolutely.
So 3 successes.
3 successes. So yep. And then to smash the radio, are you using your ripper to just rip through it, or
I think it was just a straight unarmed
just straight unarmed?
pick up and swoosh
Mhm.
down. So probably
Okay,
it's probably
so
still against the same thing as
it's
the
still
ripper,
against the same target number. It just yeah.
Hmm.
If you want to just roll for attack for me.
Yep. So it's 2 successes.
2 successes, so easily you know exactly how this radio's made up. You know exactly where to hit it.
Well, on the
To-
base, I just smashed it against the edge of the desk, basically, or the edge of the box it was sitting on.
It's smashed up. It cuts. As far as you know, your lie was believed.
There we are, ma'am. As requested. I do suggest we consider moving on, not knowing where they're based.
Yep, let's get out of here.
Okay. And I obviously proceed with
Yep.
that order.
All right, so you jump onto the back of the Humvee. You hook yourself up. You head out first, and then Marvin pops a Yui to follow. With that, we will just hold on for a second for me to change seats. Now you head back down the highway, so you're now heading west to get back home as quickly as you can with this howitzer in tow. Very large, clear profile, silhouetted in this area. So Hal's driving in front, so what I will get you to do, Hal, if you can roll a d20 for me.
No problem. That would be a 5.
5?
F-I-V-E, 5.
Mhm. Okay, and then if you can give me a perception plus outdoorsman roll.
No problems. And that would be 1 success.
1 success, okay. So you drive on uninterrupted for about an hour, and you are just approaching the military checkpoint where your friendly robots are situated. So it's 50 meters ahead. And what you spot off to the side of the road, coming up out of the long grass, there is a group of super mutants with one spearheading the front. And if you can give me another perception plus outdoorsman roll.
I'm going to use an action point, please.
Yep, not a problem. So it brings you down to 5.
3 successes.
3 successes. So what you spot is that ahead of this group, one of the super mutants is sprinting, and you see the flash. There is a red flashing light on a device in his hand
Okay.
as he's sprinting towards this checkpoint.
I would like to floor, because we're only 50 meters away.
50
And
meters.
moving?
So I'm saying that that is approximately 2 times extreme range.
You'll
Yep.
can you signal us for any way? Because
I
you're
can't.
throwing a
Well,
howitzer.
So you guys keep
Yeah, I'm
putting
gonna
the 2
floor it.
people with the radios in the same vehicle.
I'm just going to floor it. There's no time to talk. I'm flooring it towards the checkpoint.
Fucking hell. Can we see this?
So
Yeah.
you would be
bring up the
back
rear very well
just
if you can't even see it.
slightly further. Rocklaw, you're indicating that you were watching the rear.
Well, I was on top. I wasn't watching one direction. We were covering the rear.
Okay. All right. So you're scanning around you. Okay. In which
Yeah,
case, if you want to give me a perception plus outdoorsman roll.
Need to remove a action point.
Yes, I just did.
That's 1 success.
1 success. Okay, so you spot the one that's up ahead, sprinting. You know from your time in the Master's Army a long time ago, the dud super mutants would be used as suiciders. They would carry a Fat Man shell
Yep.
on a timer into an area
I'm
and
going
detonate
to
themselves.
bang on the car and say to Marvin, "Get me to that guy,"
Mhm.
and I ready my missile launcher at him.
Okay.
So we got 2 things in place. So we both floored it.
Yep,
You're
both
heading
of yous have floored it.
towards the dude at the front. I'm flooring it to try and go past these 2 protectrons, the checkpoint.
Yep. So the Humvee and the howitzer is staying on the road. The ute will cut off the road. And I'll say that it's flat enough that yes, you can, Marvin can keep control. Really gunning it as hard as he can. What I am going to do...
I say to on my radio, I say to Abby, I do believe they're quite insane. As I just want
You
to
would say
drive
that.
by them. Well, I would.
So
my intention is to use the moat. So to be making intentions clear, my intention is to use the motor vehicle to get away from the people on foot via the checkpoint of friendlies, which I think is a pretty reasonable plan. I'd say that's quite logical.
Yep.
Okay.
So Marvin and Rotclaw. Rotclaw, what I'm going to say here is if you can give me a luck plus big guns roll.
Okay, I'm going to use a action point.
Just the one.
How many can I use to?
If you use all 5, you can roll 5 d20s.
5 d20s?
Yep.
Yep, done. So big guns and luck is 10. That's 3 successes.
3 successes.
And big guns. Oh, sorry. Big guns is a tag score,
Mhm.
and 2 of them are under it, so that's 5 successes.
5 successes, so you generate back 2 action points.
Mhm.
If you can roll for damage for me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All
I'll
right.
I'll
You
just
ready?
read you out the damage, Nos, just to save hearing all the numbers. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. And do you need effects?
In this case, no. Has no.
Okay. All right, I'll double check that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Blast effect, isn't it?
So the blast effect happens automatically.
7, 8,
You
9.
don't need to roll anything for it. Otherwise, it'd be a missile that's a dud, and you're hitting it like a big bullet.
Yeah,
True.
I'm happy with that. 9 damage.
So the super mutant suicider disappears.
What, like,
But he had a red
evaporates?
light on.
So the missile hits him, and he
Oh.
vaporizes in the explosion. The
Nice.
mini nuke he was carrying goes off.
Goes off. Yep.
Anyone in proximity to him?
That's what I'm seeing. So his team did not get far enough away.
Nice.
So hobbling towards the checkpoint is 1 super mutant. As you are speeding along still. So a mini nuke has gone off. It has taken out everything in this area.
Very nice.
And you are still barreling towards it. He still hasn't come up on screen. There we go.
Have you got a big crater piece to put there?
I got a
Just sitting
little
around?
crater piece. I need to
No,
make
just
some
chuck
more
a little-
craters.
If you've got it at hand, for RP's sake, 'cause I feel it's probably worth. Cool, that'll do.
All right, so A's gone. Which one was he? C's gone. D's gone. E's gone.
Guessing the projectrons would react to this.
Protectrons have just detected that hostiles are nearby. And have both turned. So at this point, we are now in initiative order. So you have Abby expertly riding a howitzer. Hal driving the Humvee.
So they were ahead of us, so we hadn't got past them yet.
Uh,
Okay.
So yeah, with Marvin's roll, he absolutely tore off. You're carrying too much weight to speed up that quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. But they were ahead of us running towards the
They were
checkpoint
right behind
effectively.
you, so they've spotted it at the same time as you have. And
No, what I
they've
mean
just
is
torn off past.
the mutants were running at the checkpoint.
Running at the checkpoint as you
Yeah,
guys
okay.
were
For some
arriving.
reason, I thought they were like right on our side, but yeah, I can see how this is all happening. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay.
So there is 1 lone super mutant up ahead. Abby, you're up first. You were on the back of the howitzer. Are you staying on there? So that will move on Hal's turn.
This will be pretty epic if you can ready an action for when we get up to him and you can throw a spear at him while we're driving past.
I feel like that's doable.
Because we're
Sacrifice
hooning here,
the
so we should
spear.
have like a long move. We should have a pretty decent chunk of movement here.
That's the thing. You guys were speeding up to full speed. I'm saying the road's in good enough condition. The area's fine.
Even then, we're a Hummer with a howitzer. Like they
True.
can drive on shit
Yeah,
roads.
yeah, true. All right. So Abby, you're overwatching with the spear, crouching on a a Hummer doing 110 down the
Need
road.
a
Yes.
line.
I got this.
All right. So Rotclaw, you
Mhm.
have spent your shot with the missile launcher.
Yep.
If you would like to spend 2 action points, you can give yourself another major action this turn. Otherwise, you just have a minor action to spend.
I can't get him anyway with my rifle. I'm not going to waste another missile on him.
Not a problem.
No, I'll just aim at him for my next turn with
Yep,
Marvin
just
driving
aiming.
still.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll let you reroll. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So Marvin's turn. You guys are hooning. Easily go through the mushroom cloud. Punch over. Just cut off this super mutant going past. Marvin doesn't want to run people down quite as much as Hal does.
If Marvin was here, he would have, for sure.
See, this is the trouble. It's player agency versus DM
Fine.
stating.
Fine.
I can't win.
Mhm.
Hal
Yeah, no,
9001.
and you parked right the bloody hell in front of him.
Well, that I could just open fire at him. So
On your next turn.
Yeah, all right. Well, move us our full
Yep.
distance.
So
that we're
you're still.
allowed.
Are you changing direction at all, or are you just continuing down the road?
I'll just continue down this lane. Well, I can't go in the other lane. I'm going to smash into stuff. And I
Way
did
too
roll
many
one
pieces here.
success on my usual steering check. I did roll one
I
success.
mean, you're going
as well.
straight down the middle of an open lane, so there's no
Yeah.
real technical bit here.
Yeah,
So that's okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way Abby's going to be able to hit that.
He's. Look, it's readied.
For what it's worth, you can move me down like the left-hand side of that middle lane. I guess. Maybe Abby can have a go at long range if she wants, but it looks like a fucking one hell of a shot.
Let's say, Abby, if you want to try to throw at this this super mutant, you have a difficult shot, but I will allow it. Otherwise, you can hold off. Up to you.
Oh. Oh. Not the one that's closer to me, or is that?
That's Rotclaw. You can tell by the TARDIS on his back.
Oh, no, it's this robot thing here. We're not fighting against them.
He's your friend.
Oh,
He
okay.
got reprogrammed last time.
We could just wait for
Okay.
the Protectrons to shoot him.
Well,
up, I
that's
guess.
clearly not happening.
Hmm.
I'm not wasting my spear on that.
That should be fine, Captain, because the Protectrons will probably mop it up anyway.
No, they won't give it back to me.
No, not mop up. No, I mean as in they'll mop up and kill the last super mutant. Not they'll give you your spear back. Or they might.
They won't give me my spear back.
Okay.
I'm not throwing.
Well, then maybe just stay on and we'll just frickin' keep driving. You know, we don't have to stop here.
No, they keep driving.
All right. So on the next turn, coming out of stealth and assaultron that had been protecting the checkpoint materializes in front of you. These things were equipped with active stealth technology, so they can turn invisible.
That would have hurt.
She knows you're friendlies. So she's going after this this last super mutant. With that, a massive build-up of energy. On the center of her face is a large, heavy laser that goes off.
Oh, I'd love one of those.
So she hits the super mutant for 14 energy damage with piercing.
Jesus.
Cuts him in half. Stops, turns to you, Hal, and waves. And then
And of
disappears
course I
again.
wave. And of course, being on the tray there, because you've got me on the cab there, but
Oh,
as you know,
sorry,
I'm
yes,
actually
you're on
tray.
the... Look, you were sitting poorly on the back. It's difficult.
I wave back, but I ease off the throttle.
So, after she's waved, she disappears again.
Yep. I ease off the throttle, but I'm still driving.
Back down to normal speed.
Yeah, I'll just let it coast back down. So, yeah.
So, as far as enemies are concerned, that's everyone.
Now,
Yes.
Marvin has stopped, hasn't he?
No, you guys are still driving.
Marvin's still going. He's got his foot to the
okay.
floor.
Okay.
He's just freaked out, driven through a small mushroom cloud with you on top, which you just felt a bit warm and tingly for a minute. When he sees Hal start to slow down, he then backs off and joins back up onto the road with you. Are you going to stop, or are you going to continue back to Abby's Chuckle Hut?
I'm guessing the boss is going to keep going, so we'll keep going.
Unless the boss says otherwise, I'm going to continue on my route.
No, keep going.
All right, excellent. So
Do I get any XP for killing them? With my perfectly aimed missile shot?
For surviving the the checkpoint, I will give you 1 experience, yes.
Woohoo!
I'm not going to say for beating your enemies, because...
No.
Actually, no, you fired a shot to wipe out 5 guys. That's not too bad.
Yeah, correct. 1 shot killed 5 guys. Yeah.
So with that, you head back to Abby's Chuckle Hut. The rest of the drive is fairly uneventful.
That's because they saw what happens when they mess with me.
2 successes on the next part of the drive. Beautiful, smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
Just
Nothing
be
going
careful
wrong. So Marvin's calmed back down again. His adrenaline kind of kicked up, taking too much buffer. So he's got the jitters a little bit, but he's like, no, we can do this. We can make it back. It's all good. It's totally fine. Not freaking out about what just happened or anything. Are you radioing ahead to base, or are you just driving back?
We don't have a radio, so no idea.
So that's Abby or Hal?
Well, so it's the boss by default.
Radioing back.
What are you saying?
can lighten their mood with a joke if you like, ma'am, before we get to business.
No, we're just on our way back.
Over.
Like, what? I'm not good at radio. Why are you making me do it?
Okay, fine, fine.
I never said I was a good leader.
You
We
guys
all-
always get
like-
angry at me when I talk on the radio. Fine, okay, I will continue to do it. Breaker, niner. This is the Chucklers mobile defense. Receiving, clear out. Over.
Major Irving is on the line, and he comes through, and he the Chucklers, Abby's group. Is that correct? Over.
Roger, Delta Charlie. This is the Abby's Chuckle group. Over. Returning to the hut. Over.
Returning. Successful.
Roger, Wingo Wango. Success, defense, friends, all intact. Over.
Excellent. I will have your extra rations ready when you arrive.
Roger. Remember to do the usual procedure to the mutants' rations, if you don't mind. Over.
There's a pause for a second. We've got to get you fixed one day, Hal. Yes, of course. Not a problem. How far out are you? And for your information, you're about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 hours. At a steady pace, sir. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Driving safely. Over.
Perfect. Stay safe. We'll see you back soon. Over and out.
May the force be with you. Over and out.
I want to see his face when he's just like when they're listening to Hal. I think that would be just fantastic. All right, so you travel for another hour and a half. It's mid-afternoon. You arrive back at the gates of the Chuckle Hut with a couple of the soldiers up on the wall, expectantly looking out for you. They've been notified by Major Irving that a good piece of hardware is coming back. And you arrive to a couple of cheers and slaps on the
Heroes
back
welcome.
as you come through.
A hero's welcome, ma'am. I wave. I'm like up on the back of my Pope-mobile here, and I wave to them all as I'm coming in. I've slowed the car to a crawl to make it particularly regal.
They are ignoring you entirely. They're cheering to Abby, who is riding on the
How would you know the difference?
howitzer. Because they're shouting out, "Thank you, Abby! You're wonderful! Thank you!"
I put my hand to my chest. Very good. I'm going to give it the Hollywood Park. I'm going to drive it through the front gates and pull this sucker right up at the front door.
Do the loop around the can and
Yeah.
All right, let me just shift that back in. Too many moving parts here. Soldiers falling off the walls. Oh god. This is why I can't have nice things. Sorry, guys. Just a sec. So as you pull up, Major Irving comes outside. Excellent. He's rubbing his hands together. He's like, that's exactly what we were after. And a Humvee, was that part of the package?
Aye, Captain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, and I sort of hushed my voice. We'll need to discuss the mutant and its involvement with the other mutants. We're quite concerned. The other mutant acknowledged, and I started making sure I sort of look over and make sure they're not quite in the gate yet, or out of their car, and I say, I'm quite concerned, boss. And I do say this to Abby and the sergeant because I respect both of them, obviously. I'm quite concerned about them. He was acknowledged by another mutant. The mutant ran away. He followed him, came back on his own, and then we were ambushed during our return. Now, the mutant did play their minor part, in dispatching the super mutants who approached, but I'm quite concerned that we would have escaped anyway, and it was all a mere show of deception. One to be concerned about, sir. To be concerned. And I sort of look up and do the thing where I stop talking when the people approach who I'm clearly talking about.
As Marvin and Rotclaw are walking back through
Yeah.
the gate, yes. So the ute has been left outside.
Well, yeah, because they're cucks.
The Major leans in and just says, all right, we'll need to talk about this later. Rotclaw is a decorated NCR veteran.
I thought you said we weren't soldiers.
So every single member of the NCR has to do at minimum 1 year of military service when they turn 18, or when they join the NCR. So in the case of the defectors from the Master's Army, when they became NCR citizens, they had to join the military. So every single one of you has done military service. So you are currently civilians, but that's why you are civilians with military training and drilling, and you know how to operate in this kind of area. So think Switzerland.
Sure. Or Norway.
Or Norway, or, you know, a whole bunch of the Baltic states. Is essentially there. So he's decorated. He's gone above and beyond multiple times.
Now I'm walking in at this point, aren't I?
Yep. So you're walking in. They'll hush down, and the Major just nods to Hal, and he says, "Look, we'll talk about this later."
And I'm gonna walk over and just say to the is it Colonel?
Major.
Major?
Colonel Sanders, sir, I believe you can call him.
Major, Hal was having a go at me again. Just wanted to let you know that the person that recognized me at the fight, I actually remembered him from the Master's Army from 20 years ago. That's why he recognized me. I just wanted to let you know that before I get accused of anything.
And I say to Rotclaw, well, if you're so loyal, Major who are you addressing, sir?
No fucking idea. I'm a super mutant.
I just give another knowing nod to the Major.
The Major just, all right, good work. Drop this stuff off. Get some rest. We'll see you on your rounds tomorrow.
Yes, boss.
Now, is anybody doing anything tonight? in the settlement in particular? Or are you happy to bed down?
Are we going to be having some downtime
It
after
is
this, or is this going to be our
no.
only opportunity? Do you think?
This is not going to be long-term downtime. This is just a single night.
Okay, okay. Because I would like to do something actually.
What would you like?
So I would like to wander into the overnight. So this is after everyone's settled down. So I want to wander into the big shed.
Warehouse, yep.
Yeah, and I want to go and want to go over to the radio room.
Yep.
I remember that. I'm pretty sure there's a radio room.
There
with
is a
ham
radio
radio.
room at the front. Yep. That's where Rusty
with
spends most of his time hanging out these days.
Yeah, so his ham radio's in there. It's
Yep.
unpinched, if you like. Okay. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get in contact with HQ and see if I can pull some files. So I know that sounds a
Interesting.
bit weird.
So
maybe-
you're calling late at night.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Late at
trying to get
night.
a long distance communication back to
HQ.
headquarters. Yep. Okay.
Yep. What? So I say to Rusty, mind if I call HQ for a moment? Just a little inquiry, if you don't mind.
And Rusty's gone. I'm going to bed anyway. You
No.
go for it. Night Hal. And he wanders out to his tent.
And this is going to be a little bit of deception, okay? Just a little. It's a touch of deception.
Talk me through what you want to do. Yep.
Okay. NCR headquarters. This is Abby's Chuckle Hut radio operator. Do you receive? Over. And you know what? I'm actually going to do it in Rusty's voice.
Okay, so you're increasing the difficulty.
Smooth skin operator. This is radio operator of Abby's Chuckle Hut. Do you receive? Over.
And a few minutes later, there's no response initially. A few minutes later, you get the sound of a woman's voice comes through, and she goes, "This is Reading Forward Post. Who are you trying to patch through to?"
We're trying to get through to the record keepers of the NCR headquarters.
HQ? Yeah, I'll see if I can patch you through. Just look, give me about 20 minutes.
Thanks, darling. How's your night been, smooth skin?
Always wonderful down here. Where are you coming from?
Oh, I'm up at a lovely little culvert called Abby's Chuckle Hut. It's a beautiful place. I'd love to see you up there one day, Maurice.
Where's Abby's Chuckle Hut? Hang on, just give me a sec. I'm just changing. And she cuts out for a minute, then comes back. Still got you there?
Aye, you do, love. We're just up in Portland Way in a culvert. Big water supply, kind of forward base. Super mutants, you know how it is. Can't trust no one these days, can ya?
Portland. With all the tribals.
Oh, there's a few of them around. But, you know, kindness breeds kindness, love.
Yep, look. Give me 5 minutes. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I'd love to see if you're up here one day. It's a beautiful place.
She cuts out for a little bit, and it's 25 minutes later. So it's now getting past midnight.
It's fine. I've got a half-life of 1,000 years. And time is irrelevant.
And you get the voice of what sounds to be quite a tired gentleman comes through. He's just like, NCR HQ, records department. I had an emergency call come through. Is that Abby's Chuckle Hut?
Hey, receiving. Awfully sorry. They got a priority one here from the bloody bosses sleeping while we're working through the night. Where's my overtime? Right, Smoothie? Well, looking to pull some records on a potential inside mole for the mutants. Have you got a pen or a great memory?
Whose authorization is this by?
This is a priority one from the captain.
Captain
Lewis.
Captain Lewis. Okay. Yep. Have you got a authorization number there?
I do. Have you got a pen?
I got a pen.
No worries. Authorization 415468 10 12 20. That's the right one, isn't it, mate?
And I think I would like to
So
this is the first deception, if you like. of
if
this
you can
conversation.
roll charisma plus speech for me.
I'm very certain that's the right number. It might be off the system.
I'll be re-rolling both of those.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Versus his crit fail.
Okay, good.
Yep. Okay. Captain Lewis. Young
It's
guy,
gotta be-
mustache. Yeah, I think I know him.
Yeah.
What am I getting for you?
I'm looking for all of the records. The records for one Mortis, Mortis, goes by Rot Claw. Mortis, Rot Claw, known as.
You're breaking up a bit there. Mike, Oscar, Romeo, Tango, India, Sierra. Is that correct?
Callback understood. Readback correct, over.
Excellent. All right. That'll take me 24 hours. Can I call you back on, contact you back on this line?
Unfortunately not. Priority ones have to be pulled immediately if you remember the process.
Have
The
you
northern
ever been
process.
to records here? There's no such
I
thing as a
have.
priority one. It takes me 24 hours to find the damn box the records are in.
You call me back. I'll give you my local frequency. We can't have the rank and file hearing back around this one. It'll raise suspicion around the mole. So contact me back on encryption frequency. Marco, Romeo.
Any numbers coming after that?
9001. Decimal 1.
All right, got it. Anything else?
This is a confidential P1. You understand, son?
So yeah, I got it. Let me make a coffee and I'll go find it for you. And he cuts the line. You come back through to the lady in Reading, who'd been patching you through.
Thank you, darling. You've been beautiful.
Always happy to help somebody on the front. You say, go get him to those good fellas up there, hey? And she cuts out.
And I think to myself, do you know what? I will go get him. I will go get him.
All right. And with that, is there anything else that anybody would like to do tonight? Before bedding down?
I'd
No.
like to walk around the compound while I think. Shit myself. By myself. My vape.
Beautiful moment.
So you take some well-earned relaxation, alone time. The air is crystal
Thick.
clear, apart from your vape smoke.
Was it thick and strawberry? Oh, sorry, whichever one. What flavor was
It's like grape Twizzler or something. Where was it?
it?
Watermelon Twizzler.
Watermelon Twizzler.
There we go. The smell of watermelon Twizzler fills the air. It's a full moon. It's absolutely gorgeous tonight. And you look up at the stars and think, if only I could disassemble Hal.
I think that's Rock Claw's dream.
I think that every night. I think about how I can do it every night.
So with that, you all get a full rest. You all need to consume 1 water and 1 ration. You do heal back up to full.
How much were we getting for rations from the colonel? Major?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Let me go back and find... Yeah, what did I say? You were getting 7 rations and 7 water. It was a week's worth for obtaining that howitzer.
Well, we haven't talked to him about that yet, in all fairness.
So when you delivered the howitzer back, he did hand out the rations and the water to you. He did say on the radio that he was getting them ready for you when you said you were on the way back. So with that, if you just want to add 6 rations and 6 water, and that is your ones consumed for the night. If you're able to do that, you can heal to full and reset your luck.
Yep.
Especially Marvin, who is down to 1.
And do we get XP for getting
get
the
1
howitzer back?
experience for getting the howitzer back.
Nice.
So you should be up to 28 experience.
Yep.
And with that, we will call it tonight. Thank you very much, guys.
I know.
Thank you. Good night.
Very nice. Killed a lot of